The boy who turned waste into wealth. The city came alive before sunrise. Street cleaners swept the roads while food vendors prepared for the morning rush. Garbage trucks rolled toward the city's massive landfill, where thousands of tons of waste arrived every day. Long before most people woke up, a 16-year-old boy named Kai was already there. With a worn-out sack over his shoulder and torn gloves on his hands, Kai searched through mountains of discarded plastic, metal, cardboard, and glass. He knew exactly where to find items that recycling dealers would buy. It wasn't a life anyone would choose. The air smelled of smoke and rotting waste. Sharp pieces of glass often cut his hands. Rain turned the landfill into thick mud. Yet it was the only place Kai knew. He slept inside an abandoned warehouse near the dump site with other homeless children. Every day was about survival. If he didn't collect enough recyclable materials, he wouldn't have enough money to eat. People walked past him without seeing him. Some looked away, others whispered, "Another street kid." After years of hearing those words, Kai had started believing that was all he would ever be. One afternoon, while sorting through a pile of discarded plastic bottles, Kai noticed an elderly man quietly watching him. Unlike everyone else, the man wasn't judging him. He was observing him with interest. When Kai finished filling his sack, the old man walked over. "You have good eyes," he said. Kai looked puzzled. "I only collect what people throw away." The old man smiled. "Exactly." He picked up an empty plastic bottle. "What do you see?" Kai answered immediately. "Something worth a few coins." The old man nodded. "I see a flower pot." He picked up a worn-out tire. "And this? A useless tire." "I see a garden chair." Then he pointed at a stack of broken wooden pallets. "What about those?" "Firewood." "I see dining tables." Kai stared silently. For the first time in his life, someone wasn't looking at waste. Someone was looking at possibilities. "My name is Mr. Naruto," the old man said. "I used to be an engineer. Now I teach people how to build a better future using what others throw away." He invited Kai to visit his small workshop. Curious, Kai agreed. The next afternoon, after finishing his work at the landfill, he followed Mr. Naruto to a modest workshop tucked away behind an old industrial building. Inside, Kai could hardly believe what he saw. Beautiful tables made from discarded pallets, colorful flower pots crafted from recycled plastic, decorative lamps built from old glass bottles, benches made from used tires. Everything inside had once been considered worthless. Mr. Naruto smiled. "The world throws away many things." He paused before adding, "Sometimes it throws away people too." Those words stayed with Kai. For years he believed he was just another forgotten street child. Now someone believed he had value. From that day on, Kai spent every afternoon learning in the workshop. Mr. Naruto taught him how to measure wood accurately, use tools safely, sand furniture, recycle plastic into useful products, and repair damaged items that others thought were beyond saving. But his greatest lesson wasn't about recycling. It was about believing in himself. "Never allow your current situation to decide your future," Mr. Naruto often said. "Your circumstances are temporary. Your potential is permanent." Kai worked tirelessly. He borrowed books from the public library. He watched free educational videos whenever he found access to a computer. He practiced every evening until his hands ached. He failed many times. Each failure taught him something new. Still, success didn't come easily. Customers often rejected products made from recycled materials. Some laughed, others questioned their quality. More than once, Kai considered giving up. One evening, after another disappointing day, he sat quietly outside the workshop. Mr. Naruto joined him. "You look discouraged," Kai sighed. "No matter how hard I work, people still see me as a street kid." The old man pointed toward a nearby playground. Children were laughing on swings made from recycled tires. "Who built those?" he asked. "I did." Then he pointed toward a cafe across the street. "Who repaired those tables?" "I did." Finally, he pointed toward a family carrying home colorful flower pots. "Who made those?" Kai smiled softly. "I did." Mr. Naruto nodded. "Then stop focusing on what people call you. Focus on the value you create." That conversation changed Kai's life. He stopped thinking like someone trying to survive. He started thinking like someone building a future. Over the next several years, Kai attended vocational training, saved every bit of money he earned, and eventually rented a small workshop of his own. He hired 2 young men who had also lived on the streets. Together, they transformed waste into furniture, home decor, paving blocks, storage boxes, and garden products. Their reputation grew. Businesses placed larger orders. Schools invited Kai to speak about recycling and entrepreneurship. Environmental organizations partnered with his company. The same city that once ignored him now celebrated his achievements. Years later, Kai stood inside a modern recycling factory, employing more than 100 people. Many of them had once lived on the streets, just as he had. One afternoon, a young homeless boy approached him, carrying a sack of plastic bottles. "Sir," the boy asked quietly, "can someone like me really become successful?" Kai smiled. He picked up one of the bottles. "What do you see?" "A plastic bottle." Kai nodded. "I see the beginning of something useful." Then he gently placed a hand on the boy's shoulder. "And when I look at you, I see someone whose future has not yet been built." The boy smiled. For the first time in a long while, he believed it too. As Kai watched him walk away, he remembered the frightened teenager he had once been, searching through rubbish with no hope beyond the next meal. His life changed because one person chose to see his potential instead of his circumstances. From that day forward, Kai made it his mission to mentor young people who had been forgotten by society, helping them discover that value is not determined by where you begin, but by what you choose to create. Because waste can become something valuable in the hands of a skilled creator, and so can a human life.